What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing well. Hopefully you've watched this week's videos. If not, I do suggest you go and check them out. We've had quite a clean week, and yeah, we're at the end of the week now, and you can see, just as anticipated, we've drawn back to the Sunday opening price. Now, at the beginning of the week, I did talk about how I wanted to see this get traded through, but then in yesterday's video I made it clear that because of where we are, as in we're approaching September now, I doubt price is going to run it, or it's going to run it much at all. And you can see that's what kind of happened. We're kind of being stopped in our tracks here. So we just need to be a little bit conscious or cautious of that. It's nice to see us take out this Monday low though, which is what I delineated and said I wanted to see get taken. So it's nice to see that we delivered to that very nicely. A bit more of a difficult day to trade. There's a lot of back and forth price action, which makes things a little bit more difficult. But nonetheless, yeah, we're going to move on up to the daily just so we can get a closer look. So daily's not looking the cleanest, very ugly, like I said. And remember, on the monthly, the month is about to close now. So as far as I'm concerned, we should be returning to some kind of equilibrium. Now, where that equilibrium is another story. We haven't really created much of a low on this week, so it's potential we might trade lower. I'm a little bit anxious just moving into Friday in general because it's just not clear. And like I said, I'm anticipating that we return to some kind of equilibrium because of rule of thumb. But anyway, let's look at the trading range of Thursday. You can see we've got the high here, the low here. If we draw a Fibonacci, which I've split into quadrants, by the way, I'm looking at this 50% level, and basically I'm expecting price to be drawn to this because this is the equilibrium, and I'd like to think that we close around here, considering this is us closing the month off. So again, it's typical for us to return to some kind of equilibrium. I can talk more about this in the future. But basically, I'm going to be paying close attention to this level right here because I believe that price will want to draw back into it and probably just float around here. Again, just like I was saying, I'm not expecting too much downwards pressure. You can see that price is getting very high resistance. And what I mean by that is look at how much back and forth price action there is for price to deliver down here. Yes, we got from up here to down here today, but look at the amount of back and forth price action. Price did struggle to get down here, which means that it's probably going to struggle if it's going to go lower to go any lower in general. Plus, it's just ran out Monday's lows. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd be happy if price just wandered around a bit and then maybe closed or created some kind of high at this 50% level off this range because of the equilibrium. Now, why am I using this range? Why not say this high to this low? The reason for that is because this is the most recent leg, and it's very clearly the most recent leg. And also you can see that this happens to be a quadrant level anyway from this range. You can't make this stuff up. 25% level. Now, don't get me wrong, we can draw these quadrants anywhere and say, yeah, it's going to go to 25% level, 50% level. But the reason I'm drawing our attention to this is because we're anticipating us, basically I'm anticipating us to return to some kind of equilibrium because it's the end of the month and because it's the end of the week. So this is where I'd want to see it return to. Yeah, and then also, like I said, although we've got very high resistance, price could still dip below that Sunday opening price. I don't really see much of it. I think it's holding price right now. Wouldn't be surprised if that got ran maybe next week. I think that it's going to continue to hold price, and that we can anticipate us to just be floating around. I'm not expecting much tomorrow. I won't be trading tomorrow, just because, again, time of the month. So that's going to be everything on dollar. I hope that all makes sense. Definitely pay attention to this level because it'll be interesting to see how price treats it, if at all. And yeah, let's head on to GBP USD, and you'll see that GBP, of course, traded right into our buy side liquidity targets, just as I outlined. Now, it done it in probably the most ugliest way possible. Look at this. So although I called these levels, these highs, I called it, right? But I didn't call it like this. I don't want to be involved when it starts doing this back and forth BS, especially on Thursday. And also on the back of this, yeah, I'm anticipating us to return to some kind of equilibrium the same way. So let's jump up to a higher time frame. And I'm going to look at the most recent trading range. So I'm going to look at this low, and I'm going to look at this high. And you can see that we're already pretty much at that 50% level, as in we're floating around it. But what I do like to look off is this wick down here. So it'd be nice to see if price can get down in maybe towards that consequent encroachment, because remember, I'm anticipating some kind of, when I say return to equilibrium, I mean a return back inside of the range. So although I was talking about equilibrium on Dixie, on pound, that could mean a turn inside of the range. And this would be considered that. So as in, I'm happy for price to trade lower, maybe run out this stop, and I'll be looking to see if price can maybe get into this wick, because remember, this is a 4-hour consequent encroachment wick. This is the next significant PD array I have my eye set on. Yes, we have a bullish order block here, but I don't think it's going to be doing much work tomorrow, which is why I'm expecting it to fail, and why this PD array would then be the next one I want to focus on. Hope that all makes sense. Let's go down to the 15-minute, and you can see again we've got 3 drivers pattern where we took out a high there, got a high there that got taken out, got a high there got taken out, and then we've got nice displacement. So as far as I'm concerned, the highest that price should be able to trade tomorrow, if at all. If we, when we're rallying, it's going to be here. I don't want to see price go any higher than this level. We might bump it, might create the high tomorrow and then expand lower. However it delivers, I don't really care. But as far as I'm concerned, price shouldn't be able to rally above this level. If it gets above it, I don't want to be involved. But if we tap it, even better, especially if we get a break in market structure, if it's at the right time, maybe 8 a.m. or 3 a.m, then I'll probably get on a short with the expectation to maybe run these lows, trade it to a nice little fair value gap down here, and then finish off the week nicely. So that's what I'm looking at. This is the point, and then we can just thicken up this range as we look. I'm looking at this bearish order block right here as to why price may want to start fiddling around in there and then trade lower. And like I said, we've got clear fair value gaps down here, and we've got clear sell side liquidity below here. So it's really nice just to frame expectations, because same on dollar, that's what we're doing. That I'm happy for dollar to drop down. Where, well, we have a clear breaker here, low, high, low, expansion. So this is the last up close candle before this significant drop, which ran out these stops. So it's a significant swing right here. As far as I'm concerned, price shouldn't be able to go any lower than that. I'm happy for us to create the low there if we do manage to come all the way down there. But overall, I'm looking for us to expand higher and then back into that, remember, that equilibrium, and close around this range. So that's what I'm expecting on GBP as well. And then to finish up, let's go to Euro USD. And Euro delivered again. What did we hit? If you watched yesterday's video, you'll know we hit our target just as anticipated. Remember, I spoke about this. I called this level. I don't like bragging, guys. It's not even bragging. It's just... But what I'm saying is that the reason I want to make it so clear, guys, is because I'm showing you that it's algorithmic. Like, you can't make this stuff up. I called this level, traded to it absolutely gorgeously, and now what am I expecting? Return to equilibrium, or some kind of return to equilibrium, or back inside the range. So what I'm going to do is look at the current trading range. Again, we can use this low, this high. We'll already at that 50% level. I'm looking at this 25% level. I'm looking at this wick mainly. So it'll be nice to see if price can dip down below this. Now, it doesn't feel like I'm being very specific right now. It's because I'm so exposed to the charts so much, as in I'm making these videos every day, remember. So there's things I see that you guys might not necessarily see, which is why you have to keep and stay in the charts. But overall, in line with my bias, I want to see price drop. Don't get me wrong, it can trade higher. I'm not saying it's not going to. And if it gets above this high, it will likely run into these highs and it will go crazy. And that's completely fine if it does that. But ideally, based off my analysis, what I'm looking for is for this bearish order block to hold itself. Well, it's not a bearish order block yet, technically. But I'm looking at the bearish order block on the bullish order block on this side, which should now act bearishly. So we traded into it. Nice displacement outside of it. Tap it into it. We might rally a little bit inside of it tomorrow, completely fine. That's when I'll be looking for potential shorts with the expectation. And I'm looking at this trading range, this is the last low, with the expectation then to either trade to one of the quadrants. We're already at the 50% level, so the next level I'm looking for price to maybe either close or, make its way down into this level right here. But again, it depends on how we treat this range and the time and then price, guys. I can't preach time and then price more. If you want some videos on that, do drop a comment below. Let me know what you want. But yeah, pretty basic. Nice fair value gap down here, so there's reason for price to go down there. Got some nice a nice fair value gap for us to try and fill. So I think it's going to be a pretty basic Friday nonetheless. And then of course next week should be exciting as we start the month of September. Also, ICT starts his mentorship again in September online, so make sure to subscribe to him, because remember, I learned everything I've learned through him. I'm going to try and tune into his mentorship. I haven't watched him in so long, so it'll be good to see what he's saying. But he doesn't really trade Forex the same way we do here, so that's something to note. But anyway, that's going to be everything, guys. I hope you found this insightful. Make sure to go and join the mailing list. When you sign up to the mailing list, you'll get a free PDF with a basic guide to liquidity straight to your mailbox. So make sure to go sign up on the website. It's very basic, but it helps. If you read through it and look at it and analyze it, it explains very basic concepts such as buy side liquidity versus sell side liquidity. So I suggest you grab that. Don't forget to join the Discord, or the links are in the description. Smash subscribe, post notifications, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll catch you guys on Sunday. Peace.